Hey there, how's everybody doing? So, I wanted to talk about briefly about something I keep seeing in Facebook comments, YouTube comments, um, people's comments on interviews, uh, recorded speeches. It's said a lot. And I know I'm not the only one that feels this way. I see many, many people making comments about this very same thing. So I wanted to kind of challenge everybody to think about two words: constitutional rights. Um, those two words mean that a document, or in this case, the contract between we the people and the government that we created, um, as if that piece of paper actually gave us the rights. That contract actually gave us the rights that we have. If you read more, and I think that most of the problem is that a lot of people that say this have never actually read the Constitution. They don't really understand um, what that means. They've never read the Bill of Rights. They've never read the Declaration of Independence. So it's just, I think it's just it's something they've heard other people say maybe, or maybe they don't understand. So hopefully this will help clear this up. We have to stop saying things for reasons. Um, our rights are inherent. We were born with them. They're inalienable. Can't be taken away. No man can take them away. We are born with these rights, and if you don't believe that you're born with the right, for instance, to defend yourself, um, I move that all living creatures were born with the right to defend themselves. And if you don't believe that, especially here in Texas, go stand on a fire ant hill. So, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that they're inherent. The Constitution, the contract that we signed in when we created the federal government, all it does is state that these rights are inherent. It doesn't give us the rights. So when you say constitutional rights, it's almost like you're saying that the Constitution gave you those rights. So can we all start saying constitutionally protected rights, or inherent rights protected by the Constitution? Because that's the accurate statement. Um, a lot of people that talk about the Constitution have never read it. They don't really understand it. They are repeating things that people have said to them. Um, Somebody says something and it sounds really smart, so I'm going to repeat it. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's accurate. Um, so, again, I challenge anybody that cares, and I don't have a ton of followers. I have maybe 5 or 6. But maybe this will get out somewhere and somebody will actually listen and be challenged and take the time to read these documents. Now, if you've attended public school within the last decade, you probably can't read cursive anymore. Hopefully you can. I know there's some school districts that are still teaching it. Those that are getting older probably won't actually be able to read the Constitution and some of our founding documents because they're written in cursive. Um, and that's pretty sad. So um, I challenge you to actually read the Constitution, read the Bill of Rights, read the Declaration of Independence, and for clarity on what those things mean, why would you take the word of some black robe activist judge on either side? Go back to the people that actually wrote it, and you can read why they wrote it the way they did in the Federalist Papers and Anti-Federalist Papers. If you want to see, understand a little bit more what they mean. So it's not constitutional rights; it's inherent rights, inalienable rights, and no man, no government can take those rights away from you. You can certainly give them up. You can give them away, but no man can take them from you. Um, and they've been slowly taking them from us for decades. Um, Second Amendment is a perfect example. A lot of people don't understand that it's two completely separate clauses. It deals with the militia being necessary to the security of a free state. It's the only place in the Constitution it says something is necessary. And the militia, if you go back into the original definition of what this word means, not the skewed political rhetoric that's been added. It's we the people. It's everyone. It's not some crazy group of weirdos out in the woods, making moonshine and shooting up the town. It's we the people. It's everybody, and you'd actually be surprised the people that are involved in community groups and such, which back then would be referred to as the militia. I mean, you've got doctors and lawyers and law enforcement folks and firefighters and a lot of former military. I've had the opportunity to meet a lot of people over the years that associate with different groups, and you would be amazed at how many people there really are that swore an oath to protect and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. You'd be amazed how many people actually still honor that oath, and you'd be amazed at how many don't. And I feel maybe that the reason why maybe they don't is because they don't understand it. They've never read it. So, obviously some of this is my opinion, but I'm quite certain that it's based on facts, and just things that I've noticed as I go through life and talk to different people. So that's really what I wanted to say. I see and hear people say stuff, constitutional rights all the time, and it's kind of annoying a little bit. There, no contract, no document guaranteed you life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You were born with them, and no man can take them away. Second clause of the Second Amendment, the right of the people that can bear arms shall not be infringed. And for those of you that don't know, that's actually legalese. We've passed laws here in Texas. For instance, I think it was HB 462, which was the bill that was supposedly to stop Common Core in Texas. And a lot of us that were and still are against that ideologic agenda. We didn't understand, I guess, at the time. That was when I learned the difference between may and shall. It's legalese. May means you may or you may not. Shall not means you don't have any area you don't even have any ability to do anything with that, other than an Article 5 convention. If you want to modify the Constitution, Article 5, right in the Constitution. Go read it for yourself. So, anyway, I just, I'm trying to educate people on just words that we use that can lead other people that may not know as much to be misled and to not really understand. And I am doing my best to lovingly show my friends and neighbors and people that don't understand what the truth is. And a lot of them, that have a good mind and aren't stuck in their ways, stuck in the rhetoric that they were taught, just like most of us in public school. Ones that actually think outside the box and are willing to go and do the reading and do the research, actually find out that what I'm saying is true, and it helps them to see things in a whole different light. There's a lot of people that you can show them all of the facts in the world and they'll never believe it anyway. There's an old saying, you can't push a rope down the road, or you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So Anyway, for those of us on the American loving, patriotic side, let's call it what it is. It's constitutionally protected rights, inherent rights, protected by the Constitution. And let's also remember that there's only one way to fix that. So without rambling any further, I'm not very good at these YouTube videos. Um, I hope that helps some people understand, and I challenge you. Um, do the research, do the reading. Don't just say things because somebody else said that. Go read and actually back it up. It's kind of embarrassing to say something and to be proven wrong. Believe me, it happened to me a lot when I was younger. And it was because of someone like me that challenged me, um, and kind of annoyed me, kind of made me angry. And I went and actually started reading and found out that what they were saying was true. It was kind of disheartening, honestly, to find out that what you'd been taught was a lie. It's disheartening. But the right thing to do is to admit that you were misinformed and at least speak factually when you speak about these kinds of things. Also, stop fighting amongst ourselves. We're all on the same team. God bless you.